Good evening all. There we go. We're going to jump straight in to the live stream on this one. No intro because I'm a little bit late to getting on. So we're jumping straight in. It looks like we are all live. Even my phone is playing out loud there now. There we go. So it looks like we're all live. It looks like we are all ready to go. I hope we are all doing well. And yes, I think we are officially live. What a treat. Right, okay, so we've got an interesting one tonight because we have definitely seen this combo very recently. It wasn't too long ago that we had this very race. It was, however, in the Super Formulas, if I remember rightly, where we had the soft and the hard tyres. So they've done exactly the same thing here. Tyre wear is still pretty high, and they've done the hard tyres, which is what we're going to start on, skipped the mediums, and then the soft tyres. So when you have a big drop off like that, and you have a big gap between the two tyre compounds, it means that the overlapping in the racing and strategy kind of crosses over, and everybody bunches back up right at the end of the race, which works out really nice normally. I would like to have probably seen a different track to Suzuka this week, but we cannot complain. Night of the Nights, how we doing? Hope we're all good. Welcome. So we'll see how we get on with this one. I'm not too sure. It does feel like, as per the title, that Polyphony are getting a little bit lazy with the combos now, and we're probably going to do a proper video on that at some point, I think. So here we go then. So first day of this new week of daily races. We're going to jump in the Lexus to begin with. There's many cars that I think we can try for this week, which is the one good thing. It looks like that we can, you know, there's plenty of different cars on the grid at the moment that seem to be doing all right. I'm sure by the end of the week we'll have all settled on one, as it normally so often on Gran Turismo becomes a one-car race. But we're going to start from the back on this first attempt. We'll see how we get on, and then we'll start setting some quali times. So let's go. Predictions in. Starting from the back of the grid. Suzuka is normally one of those on Gran Turismo, at least in the daily races, where you can start from the back and you can end up quite far up the grid. But that is normally only because it is very easy for people to make mistakes. And the tyre strategies and all the rest of it, undercut here, can be incredibly powerful. I'm starting on the hard tyres, which is going to be proving very difficult. Craig, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. Oh, look at this. Right, someone gone wide. Everyone bunching right up here. 5 laps on the hard, 5 laps on the soft. I was going to say that's the only problem I've got at the moment is oh, that's bad form, is I'm sounding a lot of this out for the first time here. Now this guy here definitely needs to give that place back, because that was pretty bad. You can't be overtaking people that way, that's for sure. Oh, I've been hit there as well. Oh, I've been hit twice. Right, someone's binned it out of Spoon Curve. There we go. We're up to P10. Whoa! Someone's serving a penalty there. Right, we're going to have that one as well. Someone's gone right off wide. Watch their rejoin here. It's not great. Luckily they ghost. We're up to P8 now. Look at this. We're making good progress. This is on the hard tyres, as a reminder. Right, I don't think I'm going to try and work with this Porsche here. I think I'm just going to go straight to the inside. Use a bit of the side draft. A little bit later on the brakes. And that will do me nicely up to P6 now. Get the foot down. Out of turn 1. P6 it is for the time being. 9 seconds from the leader, who I suspect, if he's got any sense, will be starting on the soft tyres. Oh, don't run too far wide there. Good run here and a bit of a slipstream. These guys in front, I suspect, will be on the softs, or definitely at least a couple of them will be on the softs. Not sure how many this far up the grid would be starting on the hards, or whether that would be even a wise idea at all. I guess, overall, starting on the hards is better. If you can get out of the trouble on the first couple of corners or first couple of laps, then they're probably going to see the benefit of that in the long run. Here we go. Right, P1 has made a little bit of a mistake there, as we can see him closing. Right, we've got a run on P5 here now. Bill, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Welcome, welcome. Have you done this one yet, Bill? What do you think of this week's dailies? Daily Race B looks good as well. It's been a long time since we've seen Willow Springs, at least from what I've seen and can remember. Oh, there we go, bit of a moment for him. And we're right on to take that one. There we go. A bit risky trying first gear out of there, but needed to be done because I'd ran a little bit too deep. Messed that one up a little bit. Right. Spaniard in. He's called Dirty Man. Hopefully he's not a dirty driver. P4. Just up ahead here. Right, now I don't know exactly how many laps we're going to get on the softs. I mentioned there before, seen people doing 5 and 5. I haven't seen any content or any races just yet, and I haven't done this race myself just yet. So I don't know if, because we're seeing, look at that, the race leader, 3 laps is all he's got out of the softs there. As P4 goes in, also on the softs, and they've only got 3 laps as well. So us running it towards the end, we might be better off because we'll be running the tyres on lower fuel. Can we manage 5, or is that going to be too much? Oh, there's almost a moment. Steady. Five is a stretch, try with 4 first, okie dokie. So we'll do 6 laps then. I agree with that. We maybe try and play it a little bit safer because it does look like we could be on here for a good result. We're holding P4 at the moment, 4.7 to the lead. Doing alright here in this Lexus. It's proving a good choice so far. James, how we doing? Alright, Lawrence behind us as well here. Yeah, ACC's the way forward. It feels like it, comparing it to Gran Turismo at the moment, to be fair. Ho ho! Somehow we're still closing to the leader there. 4.6 now the gap. Now I think I mention this all the time, every time, but around that corner's one of the only few realistic points for me of Gran Turismo, because that is actually not heavily cambered, but it's got quite a bit of camber to it in real life, that hairpin. And so you tend to see cars in the real world running right the way out wide and actually carrying more speed, but I've tried it many times on here and it doesn't quite feel like that is the quickest way within the game. Here we go, picking up a nice slipstream to the Spaniard ahead, I think. 4.2 to the leader up ahead. We're not going to go into the pits yet. Don't run wide. Oh, there we go. They do go in. Right, they've managed 5 laps then. We're going to play it safe, though. We've seen how much they were struggling. We were catching them on the hard tyres. That's how much they must have been struggling on those softs by the end of that lap. So we're going to go in end of this lap. Let's not forget to pit, because I do have a tendency to do that. Just drive straight past the pit lane. This guy is closing us as well. He's got good pace behind us here. Dibdob, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. I will catch that comment properly in just a second. Oh, that was a bit of contact there. Luckily we're alright, let's keep going. He might have us on the back straight here though. Or he might work with us, who knows. RCZ and McLaren, both great cars for starters. Is that for this one we're talking about, for this this daily? Right, I'm lifting here a little bit just so I can try and defend almost. Right, into the pits we go, into the pits we go. Go. Right, onto the soft tyres. Do not refuel. Here we go. 4 laps. 4 laps. Here we go. Here we go. Right, we're down now. We're down to P5. So a couple of these guys with a bit of an undercut. There's someone trying to join us there at the apex. Right now, all of these guys, I've got no idea whereabouts they are in their own race. I presume they've all pitted and come out in front. Look how close and quickly we are catching them here. Oh no! Someone's had a moment. Snell goes to the left. Almost runs us out of road. We're right on the back of them now, and we've got 2 people right on the back of us as well. I'm going to go all the way around the outside here, or try to at least. Just to try and favour the exit. This is going to prove difficult now. That was a bit risky from me there. That was a bit risky from me. If Snell had hit us there, that would have been my fault, that one. Going in from way too far back. Give Snell the nudge around the outside here if we can do. If we can give him a little tap early enough. Oh no, fish fingers, no! No! Oh, someone to the inside there now. Got to give him the space. We do give him the space. Keep going, let's go, let's go. I think this is for race result. P1 comes into the pits. We are the ones left out. We can see P1 in front of us now. Everyone is battling for what has now become the race win. The grip in the Lexus feels unbelievable after you've been driving around on the hard tyres for as long as we were. So much so, I might try around the outside here. I might try around the outside here. Ah, we've done it! What a move! What a move! The grip is unbelievable. That move was unbelievable. Get in. Oh, you idiot. You absolute idiot. Trying to press bloody highlight on the thing to make a clip for a YouTube short. What a moron. Focus on the racing, come on. Focus on the racing. So Scary was the one that was... This guy here went into the pits earlier. He hasn't actually lost that much time. someone went into the pits there earlier, and I thought that they'd done 2 pit stops. I thought that was them going in for a second time. Oh, that's my fault. That is totally my fault, that one. Right, onto the final lap now. Can we at least get onto the podium? Don't make contact. Oh, we just avoid him there. Which then gives us the move for P4. I would just avoided him there. I braked as late as I dared. I'll be honest, that was touch and go whether or not we made that move or whether or not we were going to be apologising to this guy for absolutely battering him off the podium. That was a close one. Come on, we want the podium, but we're actually in P5. We've got 2 positions to make up if we're going to attempt this one. I thought almost around the outside of the hairpin, not quite going to happen. Say there's guaranteed to be a bit of contact there. Right, we've got P4. I'm going to give him that one back there because I feel like I made the contact with him. I don't think that I did. I don't know for sure if I did. I just want to be safe. I would rather give him the place back for P4 there. I felt through Spoon that I might have made a little bit of contact. It was him braking, I think, but I was maybe just following a bit too close. I didn't react quickly enough, so we'll give him that place back, and then we're definitely innocent. That is my thoughts on that one. There we go. Well, that was still a really good race. Somehow we're down into or we're mixing back in some of the B lobbies here as well. I think our SR took a bit of a battering in the last one potentially. In fact, it has done because we got some people with B rated SR there, which is not very good. So yeah, we've ended up in a lower lobby, but actually racing-wise, that was not too bad at all. It just feels like combo-wise, we've seen this kind of combo before. It was a different category, so it is, you know, not the same combo. We had the Super Formulas, if we remember. I'm pretty sure it was the Super Formulas, and we had the soft tyres and then the hard tyres. So we had that big jump in compounds, which was good, but. Yeah, I don't really know what to say on that one because I actually can't complain about the combo and that particular race. I just feel like there's a lot of us that are maybe a little bit tired of seeing it, or at least would like to see some other tracks before. You know, a classic track like Suzuka, which we absolutely love and should not be bored of racing ever. And yet we see Suzuka come up and we kind of go, oh, again? So, interesting one. Interesting. But yeah, I think the question is, have Polyphony kind of given up or gone a bit lazy with the combos? Sometimes it feels like that. Or I did see the question online about the servers not being able to handle the PS4 and PS5, the different consoles, and maybe that's been an issue within this game because of the issue and the problem of everybody being able to get hold of a PlayStation PS5 when it did first come out. We then have this problem where the game itself maybe can't actually push on as much as it should do, because we should be having dynamic weather just permanently on this. In all the races, regardless of combos, we should be having dynamic weather on any track that has it. And we don't. So it's a difficult one. Yeah, Polyphony ran out of ideas 6 months ago. Ran out of ideas 6 months after GT7 was released. I can 100% agree with that. It didn't feel like it was too long before the game got a little bit stale and repetitive. So yeah, there we go. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't they split PS4 and PS5 servers in sport mode? As far as I gather, I don't think that they do. I think that's half the reason that we are maybe not able to push the boundaries, I guess, of this game, or like use it to its full potential. Is my understanding at the moment. I'm not too sure. Right then, we'll go again. I missed quite a few comments there in the chat through that game, so I do apologise, but I will try my absolute best to catch the rest of them going forward. Jonathan, how we doing? Hope we're all well. So yeah, if you're new around here, please do drop a hello in the chat and hit the like button on the stream, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I've actually this week, or last week now, but we had a video do fairly well. I don't know where it was up to, but it was looking like it was going to be, in terms of YouTube videos, for a small, tiny little channel like us. It was looking like good numbers. Which was the question of, have Polyphony given up? I think was my. Oh no, it was the. That's this stream. I'm getting confused. It was the clean driver tries to teach people in a dirty lobby how to drive. Not that that was quite the intention of the video, but that was how it felt in the middle of the lobby, which has done 8,500 views now, which feels like pretty good for the channel in comparison. I'm going to go with the Lexus again, so that we can, you know, maybe try and improve a little bit. I'm going to see if I can put a quick lap in on the. Maybe it's not the best idea. I do quite like starting from the back of the grid, to be fair. We'll see if we can put a lap in. I don't think we'll cross the line in time anyway. So we'll maybe not worry about this, but we'll just try and get as far around the track as we can do. And then after this one, I think we will set some quali times. And I probably will maybe stay in the Lexus, unless there's another car that jumps out to me as being particularly great. The Red Bull lobby was absolutely insane. Yeah, it was. That was that stream, or I think the penalty system, definitely not helping either, because you were getting hit off the track, then getting a penalty, and then obviously everybody was just raging with the person that had hit them off the track. So overall, people's driving was not, well, let's just say it was not great, and that became a bit of a problem. Yeah, give a race at least 40-50 minutes. I agree with this completely. We need a 1 hour slot race, definitely. I think the reason that they don't, and I can understand why they don't, is that if people were just going to jump on for an hour, or, you know, most people aren't jumping on a game to sit and play it for 3, 4, 5 hours straight. So if you go on to Gran Turismo and you only have one race, and that race turns out to be crap, you're not going to be very much encouraged to go back on again, are you? Which is why FIFA works so well, which is why Call of Duty works so well. All those lobbies, games, matches, they're 10 minutes, and you can get quite a few of them done in, you know, an hour or less. And I think that's part of the problem that they have. Majority of us all want longer races, but as a game that makes sure it has people keep coming back, and that kind of arcade-ness of Gran Turismo is what is, you know, used to their advantage. So yeah, that Spa race, the 24 laps of Spa, that was tremendous. The problem that they do have when they do those races is they obviously see such a huge number of people dropping out. And as far as they're concerned in terms of their metrics, they want as many people completing the race as possible. If they end up with half a grid crossing the line, taking the checkered flag, then in their eyes there's obviously something wrong with that. And the shorter races is what keeps it. Oh, I agree with you 100%, Bill. Absolutely. 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 Right then, we've just had ourselves a very good race. We're going to jump straight back into another one. Start from the back on this one in the Lexus once again. We're going to be on the hard tyres once again. And we could have been challenging for a podium and a race win. In fact, we were challenging for a podium and race win, until I spotted a YouTube short and then distracted myself on the keyboard to try and record a YouTube short and then put it into the wall. So we're not going to do that in this race. Race first, content second. A difficult mindset for a sad little YouTube sim racer like me. So here we go. Right, see what we can do. A little bit deep into turn one. A good kick of oversteer on the way out for good measure. And we are on the hard tyres. So, realistically, we just need to take things easy, not bin it, which is what it looks like everyone else is struggling to do as well. Right, I'm just going to back off here because this screams carnage to me. It's guaranteed someone's going to run wide. We almost go into the back still though, and that was given a lot of space and backing off. We backed off by about a second there, I think. Hopefully these guys behind also know that we're going to be taking it easy. Someone's actually going to almost get the move on us. Oh, they've hit us. They've tagged us and spun us around. Oh, no. No, you're kidding. You're absolutely kidding. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think I could have possibly given them any more space than they got there. I could be wrong. Right, this has now become, once again, a recovery race. Oh, he's binned it. He's binned it himself, so he gives us the place back unintentionally. Oh, that is sketchy. Right, I'm going different strategy altogether here. I'm going to attempt 2 stops on the softs. Now, I could be well wrong to do this, to try this. And I probably am. But let's give it a go. Now, in the last race, I don't know if people noticed, but I think I sort of called it, but Ascari, there was a chap with a Ascari in his name, in his tag name, and he was 15 seconds ahead, and when he went into the pits and came out, he'd only lost probably about 20 seconds in total, because when I put it into the wall and lost 4 or 5 seconds, he came flying past us. So he didn't lose that much time. And I'm wondering if you can at least be doing a few seconds a lap quicker on the softs. If we just sit back, we're obviously not going to have any traffic, except this one chap in front. I'm just curious to see what could be possible. Now, in the absolute tip-top A+ lobbies, goodbye, that's obviously not going to be something that is possible, but as we see at the minute, we're still down a little bit in some slightly slower lobbies, so we might be able to make it work. At the very least, we'll use it as hot lap quali practice. Are we suggesting we try the Citroen? Is that what we're saying? I think actually I remember that being a particularly great car the last time that I was in it. Ah, I've messed that up altogether there, come on. Fastest lap. Right, we're going to go one more lap. And then we're going to come into the pits. For that. Oh! A little bit aggressive, that one. We didn't make any contact there until we ran out wide and he tried to come back across. We still had more than enough space. We're back in the mix now, but we need to make another pit stop. So whether or not we can reclose any of that gap. Up to P10. Oh, contact. Right, soft again, do not refuel. Drop all the way back to the bottom of the pack and then try and make up all that time once again. Let's be fair, this race was already ruined from the beginning, so it can't get much worse. And maybes would have done, obviously, I don't even know, a half decent job of a recovery. Who knows? But we're definitely closer to these guys at the back of the pack there than what we were after the first pit stop. So it has benefited us to try and... or at least it's, I don't know, guaranteed us being that little bit closer. I don't know if we would have made the same inroads carrying on a stint on a hard tyre. I don't know at this point. Probably not though, really. Staying on the hard tyre was probably the sensible idea, wasn't it? Because now we're 50 seconds away from the leader, who may or may not have pitted yet, but if he hasn't done, he'll be pitting this lap, I would guess. There we go, he comes in now. I presume the people behind him are, because there's a massive gap there. There we go, to those front runners. Right, can we at all close? I don't think making up 5 positions in the next 4 laps is going to be realistic to get a top half finish. But we'll certainly pick up anything that we can if we pass people having binned it. If you actually look there, that is interesting though. I'm only 9 seconds off the guys at the very back of the pack, which is obviously 9 or more seconds up the road. To have done that entire pit stop extra, it's not actually put me as far back as I would have thought. I think now they're all on the soft tyre, so I'm probably going to struggle to be catching, I'd imagine. There we go. Someone's binned it. Oh, 2 people have binned it. And we set a new fastest lap. So now we're P10. Still not very great, but small wins. .6. We've closed again, more than I thought here. We could have P8 here, depending on how these guys go. Because they look like they're not as close as I thought there, but they are pretty close. P8 from this race would be an absolute miracle. Binned on the opening lap. And then to have only ended up 18 seconds off the lead, I think is fair going. I think that's pretty decent, because 18 seconds off the lead is less than a pit stop. So we've actually made back that pit stop. Yeah, no tyres for these guys ahead, potentially. We're certainly closing now. Quite rapidly. Can we have them on this last lap, though? Our tyres are not looking great either. In fact, even one more lap for us is going to be... maybe he's asking a bit too much. Right, let's not assume we can get anything from these here. P10, and at least the position's not great, but the actual time that we've made back, I genuinely do think is something to go by. That's not too bad. In fact, after we'd been binned, I'd be interested to see where and how far off the race leader we actually were, because I wouldn't be surprised if it was not far off 17 seconds. I think we've actually been just as quick doing that strategy overall than we have been doing only the one stop. That said, we've still got to get through the rest of this lap, and our front right is absolutely goosed. Yeah, on +5 brake balance, yeah, absolutely. This is going to be the killer. We're going to struggle with this one. We're going to run wide. Try to keep the power down. We got yellow flags. Has anyone gone? Oh, someone has gone. Oh, Fish Fingers has gone. Look at that. How close we actually were to P8 within a second and a half of clawing back P8 and still getting ourselves a positive DR result. We haven't managed it, but that has been very, very close. Unbelievable. Oh, Craig Grim, thank you so much. Look at that for the $4.99. Thank you so, so much, buddy. What an absolute hero. Too kind, too kind. Shame we couldn't have managed a good result to go with that one. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. Nobody is obliged, of course, for the donations, but I can't tell you how much it helps a small little channel like this. Thank you so much, buddy. What a hero. What you have actually funded, or what you have helped fund, is the little pilot series that we're doing on the channel. So if you have a quick look at the video on that, which will be a couple of videos ago. I posted it maybe last week or the week before, talking about the kind of 5-part video series that we're doing on the channel. Basically our version of Top Gear. Not that it will be as good, I'm sure. But that is what we're putting all of the money towards at the moment. So if you go have a check out of that, if you haven't seen it already, you will see what that has contributed towards. Thank you so, so much. What an absolute hero. Right, I think we go in for some serious quali now. I reckon we maybe try some serious quali, or I don't know, maybe we do start from the back again, because it is quite enjoyable. But I think right now we're wanting good results now, or that's what we're needing. So that is what I'm going to try and push for. Just on a break now from work. We'll be on it. We'll be on... Oh, you're doing a night shift, you mean? We'll be on any time, say PM myself. No worries at all, buddy. I was going to say enjoy work, but who enjoys work? But I'm sure you know what I mean. If I don't catch you back here later on tonight, I will catch you on another stream. Thank you so much once again, buddy. Absolute hero. Very, very, very kind. Right, let's see if we can get ourselves a half-decent qualifying then. Start ourselves a little bit further up the grid if we can. Right, and we'll have enough time here to do 2 quali laps. So, get your guesses in the chat now. What will our fastest quali time be? If you get it correct, absolutely precisely correct with all 3 decimal places, free t-shirt is yours from the merch store. Links to the description. Links to that in the description. I'm reckoning, or I'm hoping that we can get down to a 159. .201.4, Bill reckons. Well, we got our fastest lap down into the 2.0s on the in the race, so hopefully we can at least be at a 2.0. Hopefully we can break into the 159s though. Oh, I need to move brake balance actually. I don't think it'll be saved, will it? Doesn't feel like it. Oh, there we go. .57, 58, 59. Yes, 59.911. Let's see if we can improve that. Right, we're closing here, 10th and a half up. .53, 163, 172. Come on, get that above 2/10. There we go. Try and hold this above 2/10. So 59.7 I would be fairly happy with. Oh, I've messed that right up there. Almost messed it up. I think we're going to hold on to it. Absolutely. Right, if we can not spin there, that's almost 3/10. It is 3/10. It's almost 3/10. It's not quite 3/10. It is 3/10. 3:01. 59.6. Happy with that. Happy with that. Now, that 0.6, I don't think we're going to take into the race because it was very close to the point where we crossed the line. So, yeah, it's going to be the 59.9 that we take in. That 0.6 would have got us P9, P10. So I think still starting on the hard tyres from here would be sensible. Right, there we go. Make sure we're recording. Right, suggestions in. What do we think? Starting from the back, or P12. Starting on the hard tyres, staying with the Lexus. Overall, what do we reckon? Predictions in, where can we finish? We're aiming for a top 8 as always. In terms of positive DR results. Here we go. Someone already running wide. They're going to go the long way to come back on. How's the rejoin? Not the worst that we've seen. Oh, a little bit of contact though. I'm going to slot back in behind the Lambo. Woo! Couple of people binning it there. We're up to P9 now. Come on. It always feels good when you've made progress through the grid and you're still not on the better set of tyres. Oh, look at this. First lap of Suzuka is being carnage every time here. Oh! Oh, we just managed to avoid him there. Luckily without having to put the brakes on and lose any time. That looked questionable from me there. I was trying to give fish fingers here. They slipstream, or they bump draft I should say. He's going to hold that position nicely. Well played, sir. Woo! Oh! I couldn't really explain what was going on there other than just making a noise. Right, we're going to have that one. We're up to P5. Hopefully here, maybe's soon to be P4. Oh, I hope I don't get hit there. Oh, I almost got contact from behind. Oh, fish fingers with a penalty. How's he got that? That seems a bit unfair. Tim, how are we doing? Hope we're all well, buddy. How are we doing? I don't know how he's ended up with a half second there. That is a bit unfair, that. So everybody say hello to Tim, who in a couple of months' time, when I've mentioned us doing a cheap car challenge, Tim has the misfortune of doing that video with me. And I've not met Tim in person yet. He seems absolutely lovely, but I very much doubt in a couple of months' time he'll be saying the same about me. So yeah, when I was mentioning the pilot series of videos earlier, steady. The pilot series of videos a little bit earlier that I mentioned, Tim is going to be in one of those episodes, whichever order we end up putting them out in. Which I'm very much looking forward to, but at the minute I'll be looking forward to a good result here, because we need one. Here we go. Right, P4. I reckon those first three are on soft tyres. Yes. Let's go. Actually, P3 might not be on soft tyres. Oh, well, if I wasn't going to make the apex the first time, I'm definitely not going to make it after that contact. So, if I'm going to outbrake to miss it, then getting hit is also not going to help. Is he going to bump draft us along, though? He's going to work with us. Absolutely he is. Right. Let's assume those couple of tenths lost has been recovered. Oh, that's a bit close to get another bump draft, though. Come on. Right, 5.7 to the fellow Brit, actually, up ahead. Oh, that is the, that's a Scary there. If I can what? What's that say? If I can pedal half as good on GT7. Right, Scary now making a bit more progress. So I can't tell now at the minute if he is on hard or soft tyres. Because even if he is on soft tyres at the minute, they'll not be too great. 7 with Gapperoni pizza. I love it. Right, 5.5 now. We're making time back up again. Puts those fish fingers behind. 0.1 I should say. So there you go. Right, they're both on soft tyres. Is the guy behind them, though, Scary here, gonna be going in as well? Has he gone in? No, he's kept going. I reckon he's on hard tyres. I think. Look how much slower the hard tyre is. No wonder we actually didn't lose that much time doing 2 stints on the softs before. Oh, has he got another half-second penalty? Or is that the same one that he just hasn't served? No, because we got past him after he served it, so he's picked up another. Probably unjustly. No! Butchered that. Maybe I haven't. .4, 5.3, we're still closing here. If he is on the softs, then his tyres have absolutely gone. I take back, I said I think he was on the hard. I think he is on the softs because he kept gaining and now he started losing time, which is going to be at that point where the tyres have dropped off. 5.4 the gap now. So I actually do reckon that we would be able to, if he's on the softs now, I reckon when we go onto the softs, all going well, I reckon I would be able to close that gap. Which means our best position is going to be P3, unless we can absolutely rinse the people that were on for P1 and 2, who were on the soft tyres and went in earlier. 5.2, 5.1. Oh my god, learn to brake earlier, you absolute moron. Come on. Don't be a dipstick all your life. 2.3 again, 2 tenths off. I'd have made them 2.5 tenths if I just braked at the right point. Right, end of this lap, we're in onto the soft tyres. .4. No. Oh, classic. Classic. Fish Fingers waits for us as well. Someone's going to come flying through here though. Who's it going to be? What a killer. What a killer. Right, our best position of P3 I think is out the window now. Got someone right beside us here. Make sure we give the space on the right hand side. Oh, we got lagging now. It's no good for anyone. Right, here we are once again chasing this P3. Whoa, big penalty for him. We now have P3, but not a net P3. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Well, we'll soon find out because it'll be explained when we go into the pits. Let's see who ends up back in front of us. Oh, I think Fish Fingers was going for the pit stop there and then couldn't. Right, onto the soft tyres. Do not refuel. Come on. Down to P5 already. Down to P6 already. This is a disaster. Look at all that time we've lost. Look at all that time that we've lost. We should have been through Sector 1 by now. Kind of. Right, let's absolutely, we just need to absolutely fly now. P1 Ascari on the hard tyres, goes into the pits now. Where's he going to come out when we... Hopefully... Well, we're not going to pass him on the pits, basically, but let's just see how close we are to him. The fact that he's been on the hard tyres that whole time, though, means obviously he's coming out onto the softs now. And so he will be matching us for pace. Which hasn't worked out ideal. We might get the undercut on Fish Fingers here, though. Yeah, we have done. But he's going to have one lap fresher tyres. Right, Mart here, P5. This is going to be our best result now, P5, after that crash. God, I take Gran Turismo way too seriously. It's genuinely one of the few things that I look forward to in a week, though. Doing this live stream. 13 seconds to the gap. Look at how much time that means we've lost overall there. Such a killer. Have a nice slipstream here. I'm probably going to try and dive to the inside. See if we can have that. We absolutely can. What a move! What a move! Oh, P4's into the pits. We might actually have P4 here. And fastest lap. Have it! Right, 6 seconds to the next position. But I don't think we're going to make up 6 seconds in 2 laps unless they are on the hard tyres. And we can keep an average of 3 seconds a lap quicker than them, plus them losing time. But I doubt it's going to happen. 6 seconds the gap though. P4 for us is a good result. Think of where we could have been without that crash. Almost a second already taken out to P3 though. It's going to be one hell of a chase for a podium. I don't think we're going to manage it, so let's just set the expectations very low from the beginning. But if he can catch up to P2 and they hold each other up a little bit or cost each other a bit of time, because we've already took out now a second and a half. Two seconds taken out so far this lap. It's not quite going to be enough. It's going to be even more difficult to then take out 4 seconds in the next lap. .6. If you can at least make a mistake. Well, it's going to have to be a proper mistake for us to get past him. 1.4. Look at that fastest lap. Ascari's just set there. 2:00.004. Rapid. For an in-race lap, that is rapid. Right, well, I'm just going to say, so we've got the gap down to 1.9 here at the minute. 1.8. I think that's actually still really good going. 1.6, 1.5. So we've got that gap down to that for the podium. It's still pretty decent. It's not the podium though, it's going to be P4. Still, what a great race. What a great race. Not bad at all. We'll take that one. Not too shabby. I reckon we'll get... I'm absolutely boiling in this office. Can you hear this? If I have this, there's a little aircon unit beside me. If I put that on even colder and louder, do you hear that in the mic? Or is it quiet enough, bearable enough to get away with? Right, I'm sticking with the Lexus. Sticking with the Lexus. Right, let's try and get... it feels like it's better accelerating in first gear because it's got... Look how much speed it's got in first gear. It's up to 70. And then second gear is pretty short. So to do second gear here just feels a little bit too sluggish. On the hard tyres I'm doing second gear though, and then on the soft, when I've got the grip, doing first. And yeah, it's better short shift in this as well, yeah. So second out of here definitely, up to third, but just first gear out of that last corner feels a bit better. I'm still pretty quick to change up to second just to get the initial acceleration up to speed from the sort of 30 miles an hour, whatever it must be, 40, maybe it's 50 miles an hour that you're dropping down to. Right, let's see if we can try and beat this 59.6. Try and improve on this if we can. Really trying to cut that corner as much as possible. Oh, not far off. Couple of tenths off. Try and improve on this. Oh, no, 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 no. I haven't entered. I haven't entered. What a wally. Do that again. Let's do that again. I just noticed that it wasn't telling me how long till... how long I've got left on quali. Let's go again. Actually enter this time. There we go. Wonderful. We are in. Right, one more quali lap. Or push lap. Ooh. Right, all the way out wide for this one. We got 2 minutes and 12 seconds. More than enough time to complete our lap. Well, that's been a more entertaining lap, but it won't be a quicker one. I'd be surprised if this is a 59 lap at all. With how that first sector went. What wheel do you use? Dan, how are we doing, by the way? Welcome along. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Thank you. Is the G29 okay for a beginner? It is more than okay. It is an absolutely tremendous wheel, the G29. Cannot recommend it enough. That was the wheel that I was on before this one. It was my second force feedback wheel. Sorry, actually no, it was my first force feedback wheel. It was my second like actual wheel. Yeah, 3/10 short of being in the 59s. Yeah, G29, absolutely tremendous. Cannot recommend that wheel enough. If you've got the budget for that as your first wheel, you will not be disappointed. Right, where are we starting? We're starting P5. Do we start on the hard tyres for P5 or not? I think we... Oh, I think we do. I think we do start on the hards. Hopefully we're far enough up the grid that those guys can be quick out the first couple of sectors cleanly enough. And we can just try and use Slipstream to drag us along, stay in tow with them if any of them are on the softs. Right. This is the one where we got to hope for a good result then. Because we've done the work in quali this time round. I think we can still improve on that 59.6, but for me, early doors in the week, I'm happy with that as a lap time. At least trying to get 1 or 2 quick laps in between the races. I don't think it's too bad. So, we want now to just stay in touch with the leaders as much as we can, knowing that we're going to do 4 laps on the soft tyres. So if we assume we're an average of 2 seconds a lap quicker on the softs, we want to try and keep them within 8 seconds. 4 laps on the softs gives us 8 seconds difference. That's what we've got to try and stay within. That's the challenge. Let's go. Oh, I was tempted to go for that one there. James left the door open. Right, if we're looking at this at the moment, and I don't know if this is the case, but I think P3 and 4 could be on the hard tyres as well. Could be. I don't know. Oh my god, am I going to get round here? Not quite. Side by side there, never quite works. Side by side here, never quite works either. Oh no, we've been pushed. No, we've been hit. Could have seen that one coming, couldn't we? Absolutely could have seen that one coming. This is a recovery race now. Let's go. Recovery race from the back of the grid. Let's do our best now. Let's absolutely do our best now. This is not what we wanted at all. This is not what we wanted. Predictions in. How much of a recovery race can we manage here now? Disaster. Absolute disaster. Well, that wasn't about backing off that one. The guy on the right hand side has had a bit of a moment, which then obviously put us alongside him. We raced cleanly enough and it was all good stuff. Just running a little bit too far wide, and then obviously we got tagged at the end. Otherwise it would have been all fine. We're at the back now though. Oh! Luckily he snaps in front of us, but snaps out of the way. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Terrible. And he carries on as well. 4-second penalty is not enough. Alright, let's keep going. Well, the P1 that we were potentially looking at before the race is obviously, let's just say, out the question. Here we go though, here we go. A couple of people with bad exits out of the last corner. And slipstreams for us. We're going to get past one. It looked like we're going to get past a few more, but we haven't. Right, P9 it is. For now. If I can get back up to P5, I think that would be a result for us. But having dropped so far down the grid, just not finishing last is a bonus, I would say. That was the problem with that first lap, seeing these guys here running so close to each other and us right behind. If we did yield and give him that position, we were then running the risk of the two people that were right behind me following on through. Like I say, we ran perfectly well side by side through the two Degners. We've done tremendously well. I could have maybe done with a little bit more space on the outside, but it was the guy behind us that tagged, and that was what caused the actual incident. I don't think any of the wheel-to-wheel racing was anything wrong with that. It was pretty good, to be fair. P7 right in front of us then, within a second. Rogue Jedi, Pablo P6. We can see P5 going through 130R now. Oh, that is a great move from this guy here. That is a great move. Genuinely great move. I thought he'd backed out, and I actually made contact with him as we turned left onto 130R, or into 130R. But he did tremendously well to hold it, get the switch back on the straight, and dive to the inside. Great move from him, even though he's in a Beetle. Contact again there. We're all good though. Oh, Beetle being almost pushed off the track there, it looks like. They're side by side now. He's going to get through. Trying to have a look ahead there. I think we can just see P5 within sight on a couple of corners. Wasn't expecting to get held up with a scrap between these two here, but this has been still good driving from them to end up getting back in front of us. P5 coming in to P5. P1 coming into the pits on lap 5. Right, I'm not going to pit that early. I'm not going to pit that early. I'm going to go one more lap on the hard tyres here. And there you go. There's the race leader there. Lose that much time going into the pits somehow. Although he was, yeah, he was. No, he was he above 20 seconds? I think I remember him being 20 seconds ahead, but that might have just been the last time that I looked. I was sure that you lost like 30 plus seconds. We're going into the pits this lap. Ironically, P1 has came out the pits into P5, which is the place that we're trying to get back to. Viking, how we doing? How's the shenanigans today? Plenty of shenanigans. We're on a recovery race for this one after getting binned on the first lap. Don't get binned again. Oh, that guy nearly... I started turning earlier there because that guy was definitely going to hit us. Onto the soft tyres we go. Problem being now, look at all these people coming in off of the hard tyres. We're now going to be racing with those guys in front of us. It's not going to be great. There we go, 23 seconds to the leader. Which is now not in Piga. Oh, this P10, we've dropped down way further than I thought. Unless the two guys at the front, or the one guy at the front, Pablo, unless he has not pitted, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, that's what we need though. 3 cars going into the hairpin, side by side and wheel to wheel and bumper to bumper. That'll slow them down. So we can see P7 then within 1 second. Well, we can see 3 positions all within 1 second, to be fair. It's not going to take long to catch up if they keep causing each other time loss like that. Can we now get our foot down? Naturally, we're going to end up with a bump draft there. Right, here we go. These two guys side by side. Pablo goes into the pits. Is he still going to come out in front of us though, or not? Hopefully these two guys don't outbrake or kill each other. Heading in behind us. Oh, they almost do. I think they're alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm hoping that neither of those guys needed to pit or wanted to pit, because we've been straight into the back of them. Alright, I'm going to bump draft the Beamer. Oh, there's Pablo there right in front. So it's only a 20-second pit stop loss then, as we can see. How have we all ended up being so close to each other here? Look at this. P5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. All within probably 2 seconds of each other. Maybe it's even less. So we're on the recovery race for P5, back to P5. Oh, God. Oh, hopefully we can have that one. I'm going to try around the outside here. I knew from the start there I was wanting to brake much later, because if we don't get it around the outside, we've got just as good or a better run. I was literally just about to say the words. I hope we don't get dived on there. Get hit. Oh, there it is. No worse feeling than just knowing the contact is coming. Come on, only 2 laps left. This has felt like right from the start we were thinking about, as long as we keep them within the 8 seconds, we might be able to battle for the win. Then we've started thinking, oh my god, now we're at the back of the grid. Then you start thinking, can we get a recovery back to P5? And then I start thinking we can manage P5, and now I'm battling not to end up P10. So this race has had a bit of everything. Wasn't sure what I thought of that contact there. One for the stewards. Let's leave it at that. How about you retaliate against these drivers? Oh! Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Right, we all saw that glitch. We all saw that lag. That's a bit weird. Oh my god, look at this. Bouncing all over the track now. I feel like that turn-in came from nowhere. Oh my god, oh there we go! Up to P6. That's a bit whatever, do you know what I mean? That is driving with elbows out. Elbows out and eyes shut. Let's keep going. Is that what we meant by retaliating to the dirty drivers? If so, I think I did it. Oh, that always makes me feel guilty though, that. That always makes me feel guilty, just as Bill says. I mean, it's also one of them where he'd obviously lifted quite a bit, trying to correct his own mistake, so that's how we've made the contact. Lyle, how we doing? Hope we're all well. I'm going to catch your comment properly just at the end of this here. I'm going to tiptoe around the final chicane to bring home a P6, which... Oh, I shouldn't have tiptoed! I shouldn't have tiptoed! Someone had binned it! Oh, always race to the end. 9/10 from P5. I shouldn't have tiptoed. Oh, you absolute wally. Why did I do that? Look at that. 9/10 off. I shouldn't have tiptoed. I coasted all the way into the final chicane. P6. Let's be fair. That is a great recovery race from P5. A great recovery race. We shouldn't have to do a recovery race. One, because I either shouldn't make the mistakes in the first place, or two, I think in this instance, a bit of a moment and questionable driving. So, you know, it is one of those. We shouldn't have to do that. This lobby has actually now just crashed. I don't know if we can see that there, but it's pressing buttons and nothing's happening. That's actually my PlayStation crashing, it must be, if the buttons aren't moving, which is also not great. So hopefully that result still sticks and goes through and we don't lose a load of DR or anything like that for quitting, even though we didn't. But there we go. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed that one. That was still some like kind of good or interesting racing. I think that's the advantage of having the two different tyre strategies, because we start to see how quickly you close up with the people once you're on hards, once they're on softs, and the other way around. That gap brings the pack so quickly back together, which is really, really good. It does make for better racing. It makes for closer racing. It makes for more kind of incidences and questionable behaviour and kind of, you know, those moments and stuff. But, yeah, I think I would rather the more eventful racing for the most part. I just want to see a bit more of that on different tracks, because we've, again, Suzuka's now one that we've seen quite a few times. So a little bit more variety would be nice. And, you know, the potential is there. The potential is definitely there. Well, I think that's going to round out that one. I'm probably going to call it a day for the stream there, I think. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you all so much. Lyle, I'll catch your comment. Have you had a secret code Le Mans Ultimate yet? No, I haven't. Yeah, Soldier PS5, still watching the channel. Thank you so much. Reminds me why I gave up with the dive bombs. Exactly. No, Le Mans Ultimate I've still not been on. Is it on PlayStation? Or is it... that's actually the game itself that's crashed, not the PlayStation. Is it on PlayStation or is it just PC? I genuinely don't actually know. But anyways, thank you all so much. Oh, it's just on PC. Well, there we go. So I can't race it at the moment, but maybe PC is the next purchase, the next investment, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Absolute heroes. We've had quite a few people on the stream there, which is always really, really nice. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so already, please do hit the subscribe button on the channel. If you haven't done so yet, please have a check out of some of the recent videos. One of them's kind of doing all right at the moment, which is very nice. And yeah, if you haven't hit the like button on the stream or subscribed, please do both or one of those things. Absolute heroes, the lot of you. We'll try and be back a little bit later in the week if we can do. If not, we'll certainly have a couple of videos going up for sure. I'm going to try and get a few more stuff on Gran Turismo recorded as well, so we got plenty of videos coming up. And if Tim is still in the chat, then go check out his channel as well, because he's going to be featuring on one of our videos for our little pilot series that we're doing later in the year in our cheap car challenge. I don't think either of us have decided what car we're going to get yet for our cheap car challenge. We have a budget of £1,500, which it turns out does not get you much car these days. So that'll be that'll be an interesting one. I might just have to buy a pedal bike instead for that money. It seems that's how far it gets you. But there we go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will catch you in the next one, or if not, on track. Toodles!